Hi, my virtuous lady. This is Samal Enigizamba. I welcome you on my YouTube channel, Samal the Rebuilder. If it is your first time, please, I request kindly to subscribe, like the video, comment, and you can even share it to your friends out there. Do you know that welcoming a stranger, it is a great blessing from God? And do you know what he says about that? It says, "Do not forget to show hospitality to strangers, for by so doing, some people have shown hospitality to angels without knowing it." That is what the Bible said. That is God's word, and God is not a liar. God is not a man to lie. Today, we just want to continue with our lessons about our Sunamite woman. And guess what? When you show hospitality to stranger, there's a great blessing you get from God. God himself said that some people even showed hospitality to angels without knowing. So don't give up on doing good things. Don't give up on being kind, showing kindness. Now, this is another true story. When this woman showed hospitality, or when this woman showed kindness to this man or to this stranger man, God did a great thing in her life. Let's just go direct in our Bible. You don't need to miss this story. It is an interesting story. So let's just go in the book of 2 Kings chapter 4. And today we are going to begin from verse 14, because last time we did verse 8 to 13. So today we are going to begin from verse 14. So what does the Bible say? In verse 14, the Bible says, "What can be done for her?" Elisha asked. Gehazi said, "She has no son and her husband is old." I think these guys had stayed for long here so that seeing the situation at home, the husband, as the Bible said, that the husband was old and there was no son in the home. There's something I also learned from here. Following the verse above, or verse 13, when they asked this woman, what can we do for you? She said, "No, I stay with my own people." The sign of contentment, as I told you in the previous video. Now, it is good always to tell God our secrets, not people. So it is God who will reveal to those people what we are. Then they help us. But every time you go on telling people, I am lacking this, I'm lacking this, I'm lacking this, I'm lacking this, I don't know what. Then even the system of speaking about our husbands. This woman didn't tell these men that, what, I don't have a child and even my husband is old. No, but they just saw. They saw it. Now, that is not what I want to talk about. I just want to see, after welcoming these strangers, after showing them all this kindness, what did God do to her? And so that also you will trust God. When you're showing kindness, you will not show kindness to these people that they may pay you, but you put your trust in God and knowing that I'm doing this service for my God. I am not doing this service for people to see me. I'm not doing this service that I may gain from those people I'm helping. No, you just know that I'm doing this for my God. In verse 15, the Bible says, then Elisha said, "Call her." So he called her, and she stood in the doorway. About this time next year, Elisha said, "You will hold a son in your hands." About this time next year. Wow. I don't know what is troubling you. And I really don't know which situation you're going through. But if you trust God, there will be a time next year or tomorrow or the next month when God will answer your prayer. I just, it is not here, but I guess this woman used to pray for this. Sincerely, it is when you're really a woman and a married woman, you know what it means to be in marriage just for only 1 year without conceiving. Now I think this woman has stayed with her husband for long because the Bible has told us that this man was old. I guess that stayed for a long time, but no child, no son in a home. And I think things were, what is happening? See what the woman replied after Elisha telling her this. The woman said, "No, my lord," she objected. "Please, man of God, do not mislead your servant." There are situations we always go through and we think this is too hard. God can't do this. But I tell you what, there is nothing too hard for God. Everything to God is possible. There's nothing impossible. You just need to trust Him. You just need to trust Him. The time is coming when that thing God will do it. And when in the day He will do it, you will not accept. And you will really testify that it is not me, but has been God. So, verse 17. But the woman became pregnant. And the next year, about that same time, she gave birth to a son, just as Elisha had told her. I think let's make our video should end here. The next year, the woman became pregnant as the man of God said. As God said, God is not a man to lie. I really don't know which situation you're going through, my sister who is there. Or my brother, you may be there also watching me. I really don't know which situation you're going through. But when you trust God, God is not a man to lie. There's nothing hard for God that God cannot do it. There is nothing hard that God cannot do that. No matter which situation you're going through, I just want to encourage you today, my fellow lady. I don't know which situation you're going through, but trust God. Everything you think that it is too hard, it is very, very, very easy to God. Very possible, extremely possible to God to do it. But remember what was the cause? Welcoming the stranger, showing kindness, being hospitable. She showed hospitality to the stranger. Elisha was a stranger. She didn't know him, but she welcomed him. She showed hospitality to him. She showed kindness. I don't know. Sometimes we feel that God's blessings will come through people who are rich, fat, they have names. No. I think this man, Elisha, was not even known because the woman told the husband that I perceive, I always see this man going, coming, but continually. It means she didn't know him. If she had known him, then she would say, "Hey, man of God, come." But when she welcomed him, when she showed him kindness, she came to realize that, oh, this is a man of God. Then she has to request from the husband. You see the result? Don't give up. He has said, "Do not forget to show hospitality to strangers, for by so doing, some people have shown hospitality to angels without knowing." When this woman was doing all this, she didn't know that this is a man of God. One day, one time, God will speak through this man to have her miracle, a blessing. Do you know what it means to have a son? Oh my God, it's a great thing. So we should not give up. Let us continue showing hospitality, showing kindness to strangers.